Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Jerry Trades back in another banging video, and I hope all of you guys are having a wonderful day. Today's gonna be a very interesting video, something I'm very passionate about, something that, man, I honestly thought was normal in this world, but to my surprise, it's not. Like, a lot of individuals have unique characteristics, unique, I guess you can say, morals. They align differently, right? And environments shape people to become different, think differently. And man, in my environment growing up, like, a lot of people were taught, to kind of be a little bit selfish, to not care about others, to not be good people, right? Everyone works their ass off, saves their money, but no one really stops and cares about anyone else. And this is a very, pivotal point in my life, right? Because I was homeless at 17 years old, as some of you guys may know by watching my previous videos. And at some point in my life, the only reason I was fed, the only reason I had a place to sleep was because strangers looked out for me. And I mean strangers, like people that I known in high school for no longer than like 3 months. Asked their mom, hey, my buddy, just got kicked out of his house. He needs some help. And can he stay with us? And the mom said, yeah. I didn't get to stay there for too long, but hey, I got on my feet in that short amount of time. And because of those strangers, I'm not going to say I became this ultra successful individual, but I got a little help. I got a boost. I got on my feet. I figured out what I wanted to do. I figured out how to make some extra money all by myself because of this help. Excuse me. So at a very young age, I learned I wanted to pass this down to people. I wanted to be the stranger. Yeah, I don't own a shelter to go house all the homeless community around me, but I understand how having a good person that cares about you, having a good person that wants to help in your life when it feels like no one else is there, how helpful that can be, how reassuring, how hopeful, how that can spark light in someone's life. Guys, the world is not a nice place, bro. Maybe majority of you guys grew up in homes where you had a place to stay, you had nice food, you had laughs and memories with family, but a lot and the vast majority of people do not grow up in the best of conditions, man. Like, my conditions really don't matter. They're very small compared to how the world really operates, But I understand this because I was raised in these somewhat environments. My uncles, selling drugs. My mom being a single mom, always working every single day, and like, man, trying to provide for me, but not necessarily able to raise me because she doesn't have the time. My dad gang banging, stealing, selling drugs, partying with girls, and neglecting his responsibilities as a father. And my mom had to leave him, and I was raised by a single mom. I was raised to see these differences, and I went through my own share of difficulties. But it doesn't compare to what's really out there. I want you guys to understand these perspectives. Like, there's a lot of people that grow up in messed up situations, bro. My girlfriend, her is a registered nurse, and she tells me all the stories, that she went through, and the people that she meets in these hospitals that are strung up on drugs, homeless, trying to detox, young, trying to get their lives together. So I get a lens into how difficult the world can be, and I then also compare it to how selfish everyone else is. Not a lot of people stop and care about these things. Not a lot of people stop and think about this world that others could be living in. And me myself, like, I want to share this with you guys because in life, in business, and all around everything you do, you have to learn how to be compassionate. You got to learn how to be love. Life's gonna rough you up, man. Life is gonna throw curveballs and right hooks straight to your jaw, bro. You will get hit hard. And I promise you, being this grumpy guy, this guy that puts everyone else down, this guy that makes fun of other people, this guy that thinks you're better than everyone, will not get you far. When you are humbled, and life will humble you, it's because it humbles everyone. A lot of people that I've known have been ultra successful, millions of dollars, run into some unique event where life gets extremely difficult, and now they're back at square one. And wow, do they change. So don't wait for these events to happen to shape you to become more humble and compassionate and kind with others. Being kind, being helpful in this world, bro, you want to get successful, you want to surround yourself with people that genuinely want to change your life and help you, you need to be acting like them. You need to be doing that for others. And sure, I run into countless people reaching out to me on social media. Jerry, I want to learn about investing. I want to learn about trading. Where do I start? Can you teach me? Can you teach me? And I've had opportunities in my life where I was teaching classes, seminars, 10 people, 15 people on a Zoom meeting, all for free. And then I had to grow up. I had to move out. I was homeless and I had to start charging. And then when I started charging, some people wanted it for free. Some people said, oh man, but please help me, I just need the help. And I've had to tell them I'm sorry. And this is why I made the YouTube channel, because I should be the person that can help now, So I, understand the necessity, the lack of guidance, the lack of help in this world. And I position myself with this channel to help someone else, to put that advice out there, to share my mind, share all the things that I've been through that have helped me mature, help me become more accountable, help me become more disciplined, help me become more responsible, help me become more positive. Because it didn't come to me, overnight. It took me years to become who I am today, to think the way I do, to have what I have, man. And it's not a lot. It's not a lot. I never think that I'm the best. No, I know I am very small in this world. And there's a lot of people that have a little bit of good stuff and they think they're on this high horse. I'm sorry, brother. The ego is a very powerful thing. You get too high on that ego, you'll close a lot of doors, man. And I know how to level head myself. I've learned that, And I think that this is a very important concept for people to begin to understand in life. Because when life gets difficult, sometimes we feel like everyone else has it easier. And we feel, sometimes that it's they're given luck. Sometimes it can't happen for us. Sometimes I know, some people might, they run into, I watch people that want us, they don't want to see other people succeed. They don't want to see other people win. And it's just because they never got the opportunity to be that person, to, be somewhat successful. And they don't wish that upon others. That right there alone is not where you want to be, man. Support other people. Me growing up in my business, I asked countless people, hey, can you support my business just by sharing it? It's free, I'd appreciate your help. I'm just starting, I'm young. Yeah, man, hell yeah, I'll do it. And then there's other people left me on red. People, oh nah, bro, I'm fine, sorry. They're out there. You're going to deal with them on your journey, but don't be like them. Be better than them. And being a good person, being kind, being somewhat compassionate in this world will take you so far, man. I want you guys to know this, that it's free to be nice. It's free to be caring. It's free to give a shit about people, bro. Be nice, bro. It takes you so far. Where we go at the end of this whole journey, you're no different than the person that needs your help, the person that's going through bad times, man. So I share this message because the world is taking a very interesting turn right now. Social media is impacting and influencing the youth like never before. And I think it's just the beginning. But I'm noticing a pattern. I'm noticing a pattern of young individuals glorifying the people that have all the money, glorifying the people that have all the followers, glorifying the people that have all the influence, but leaving behind all the people that don't. Not giving a crap about all the people that are just trying. Being mean to the people that are just trying. And that's not what I want to see anymore. I don't want to see that pattern continue. I want to see the world be a nicer place for people that have it hard. A nicer, more positive, a more developing place for people that are coming from zero. I know what it's like. So I built this YouTube channel to share my stories, to help people, because it means a lot to me. You don't go far, man. And I tell you guys this because, bro, a lot of people, man, if they don't see you doing good, they don't see you with a lot of money, they don't respect you. Where I was born, man, and that's why, honestly, when I was younger, I did go and buy all these things. I did go and, establish, a higher status for myself by buying my cars and luxury apartments, because yeah, I wanted to be taken serious. I wanted to be respected. And unfortunately, yes, it is a really big component to how people perceive you. The reason people treat homeless people the way they treat them is because of where they are. The reason people treat the guy in the Lambo the way they treat him is because he's in a Lambo. And that's the unfortunate, that's how effed up it is out here. And little do they know that, hey, the right guidance, the right, support system, that homeless guy could potentially be the guy in the Lambo. But is the world going to give that homeless guy that support system? Is the world going to be there for that guy? It's not. And that's messed up, man. It's very cruel, and that's the reality of the world we live in. And not a lot of people are going to take this time to give advice, to help and guide and support the youth. A lot of people are stuck in their selfish world, providing for themselves, their family, their kids, and they get caught up in that. But the other side, where there's billions of dollars, millions of dollars, a much more abundant, much more successful life, doesn't come when you think about yourself. Every business succeeds because it solves a problem for others. It solves other people's difficulties, other people's, needs and wants. And that's where every business succeeds. Amazon, Tesla, Meta, these multi-billion-dollar companies all started by solving other people's problems. Jeff Bezos didn't need packages delivered quicker. He didn't care. He developed that to make it easier. And bro, changed the world. Now is a billion-dollar man. Went from zero to hero. Mark Zuckerberg, he didn't need new friends. He didn't care about connecting with people, but he spotted that gap in the market, created it, billion-dollar man. So believe in your ideas. Be here to be a service to the world so the world could be a service to you. And that's how you change your life. That's how you go from zero to somewhat in a better position. It's difficult. It might be hard and vague right now, but I promise you, through your experience, through your journey in life, you'll learn, man, that being a good person gets you very, very far. And this is a quick video. I don't want to make it too long because, man, I'm afraid a lot of people won't understand this one. But when life hits you and makes it hard, bro, don't make it harder for someone else. Be that good person. Show up with a good attitude. Be responsible. Be someone you can trust. Be accountable, And don't think the world is a cruel place, man, because there's other people like me that care. Other people like, others that will help you. That helped me when I was homeless. These people exist. When you're building your business and you think that no one's going to buy it, there's someone out there that will, just because you're young and you're trying, man. And I've seen it firsthand. Being a good person, when people pay me $3,000, I don't go and block them. I don't go and scam them. Like other people have told me they paid for mentorships and courses and gotten blocked and never got any value. What a shitty person. Me, I call them, I FaceTime them. Any client calls my phone right now, we can have a 30-minute conversation. I wouldn't care. I'm in no rush. And this is the type of value, the type of service, the type of person I am. I'm able to provide. And I get the result. I get the client. I get the recommendation. It goes so far in business and life and relationships to just be a little bit more considerate, helpful, and a good person in this life. So I share this video to just kind of throw a little bit of a reminder out there that hopefully, man, helps someone, bro. Because the world's a messed up place and you don't got to be here to make it worse. So I hope you guys kind of find this video good on just, being a better person, man. Pay it forward. Help someone else out there. And life will reward you. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, man. Jerry Trades of SoCal Trading Group. Over and out.